So, yeah, thank you first of all for the compliment about the Scooby Doo voice. And second of all, yes, I do different voices. It started out as a kid. I echolalia. I have autism, but it started out initially with Full House, Joey, Mr. Woodchuck. I can remember I looked at my parents after watching an episode, and I was like, "Is this chair made of wood?" And my parents' jaws hit the floor, and it kind of turned into this trick. And from there, of course, I learned that I could do Stitch, Ohana means family, because it's just Mr. Woodchuck, but in a lower register, and spoke a little slower. I used to entertain my friends with Aqua Teen Hunger Force, because Meatwad. No, he is my friend. It is my bunny. Meatwad talks like this, which is basically like Mr. Woodchuck, but a little bit different. Kind of with an accent. Bex is always getting me because of the different accents that I do, having me like put them together specifically with Stitch or Meatwad. Their favorite one to have me do on lives is usually like Southern Belle Stitch, which is where I'm like, I do declare, Lilo, you are my hero. There's, of course, everyone knows Mika, which is the named for the movie Euro Trip. It's the mistaken Michael when it's Mika who's a girl, which Bex kind of named the voice, which is, well, everybody, look, it's the wild ovaries. We have to tame them and milk them and get the little ovary juice so that we can make the tablets and tap the testatrices. And so, like, people are used to Mika. There's Katya, which is basically the Russian accent, where I talk about how I used to fix things all the time. I walk around, I hit things with hammer, I make things better. You know, of course, I have the southern accent, but I have relatives from Georgia, so this is just kind of like me listening to them. Those are more accents, but yeah, my children kind of have developed the talent too. I have a kid who can do Shaggy, actually. So every once in a while they'll do something and I go, "Roo, Raggy," and they'll break into it. Recently, my children have discovered that I can do Beetlejuice's voice, which I don't know why it would be kind of a stretch for them, because Michael Keaton and I's voice are kind of similar in that aspect. But one day I was making spaghetti and my youngest child was walking around watching Beetlejuice, because of course Beetlejuice is in theaters. And it came to the scene and I just turned and looked at him and I went, "Hope you like Italian." And he went, "Whoa, what?" And all of a sudden I started getting messages from his friends. So I started actually mocking Beetlejuice as a, like, saying things like the line from, "Well, looks like I'm next. Good thing, too. I had a photo shoot to do with GQ in about a half hour." And just kind of kept going with it. But yeah, most of the time I break in and out of the voices and the different accents just because it's, I don't know, part of the tism, and it usually entertains people. But thank you for the compliment. And Bex is probably going to be giddy right now because they've tried to get me to do this so many times, and I never have. So I guess everybody gets to see the different voices because I don't have to talk the way that I do. I tell everybody I do this is kind of my outward reminder of the scar that my mother left that doesn't go away. Like, I can't conceal this scar. You can hear it. So, but yeah, I can change my voice up and down pretty much whenever I want. But yeah, thank you. Little awkward here at the end. So, everybody, have a good evening, and do not forget, I don't know. You know what's good there? Before I close this out, I'll close it out with this. You notice this is kind of Stitch? Well, every once in a while, Bex likes me to do this with the German accent, so we have German Stitch, who's like wunderbar, it's wonderful.
So it's been wonderful to do this, and I hope everybody has a good evening.